Welcome, everyone. You're listening to the Office Drama 24 Unfiltered podcast, the show that dares to explore outrageous and offensive office behavior. This show is for all of us who have experienced real-life office drama. This is your outlet to share anonymously. I'm your host, Mary B. I have over 20 years' experience as a hiring manager, supervisor, and leader in one of the most complex organizations in the world. Today's episode is about a poisonous coworker. Let's get this drama started. Have you ever thought the office perfectionist, know-it-all, office weirdo might literally be trying to kill you? A lab technician admitted he tried to kill his coworker. You know when you wake up in the morning, laying in bed, your mind's drifting away, just thoughts, or you're driving to work thinking about the crap you have to do when you arrive in the office? Has it ever crossed your mind, I'm going to poison that annoying bee today? Yeah, why not? She deserves it. Well, maybe we've thought about it, but thinking about it and actually pulling the trigger are two totally different things. It turns out, for this lab technician, actions speak louder than words. He pulled the trigger and he added chemicals to his coworker's water. Her glass cup of water. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm drinking a glass cup of water, I know what water looks like. I know the color of water. If I stepped away and I came back and my water was blue, I think I would have a clue there's something wrong here. Well, you and I would think that. But this coworker, it didn't even cross her mind. Guess what she did? She went ahead and drank the water anyway. She drank the blue water. Had to tell on himself. I mean, if you think about it, he wasn't all bad. He did speak up and tell somebody. When the authorities asked him, why did you do this? And guess what his response was? He was stressed out. Stressed out. How many of us are stressed out on a daily basis at work and resort to violence or attempted murder? What happens in your thoughts doesn't count. I don't know about you, but sometimes my thoughts wipe out the entire department. No one is safe, and I'm always the last man standing. Fortunately, I know the difference between reality and being unhinged. I mean, there's a big difference. After confessing to authorities, he was arrested and charged with attempted murder. Hello. Of course you're going to be charged with attempted murder. Nobody gets away with this type of stuff in the workplace. Nobody. What would happen if something like this happened in your office? Wouldn't that be the highlight of the day? Wouldn't everybody just be scurrying around trying to get the gossip? Hey, did you hear about such and such? Did you hear about so-and-so? This is big news in the office. Big time drama that everyone can only speculate about because you know what's going to happen, right? We can't talk about it. We don't want to have any rumors. I mean, everything is hush-hush and everyone has to speculate and make up stories. That's the bad thing about being in an office environment. You can't hear the real story. You don't get to hear the ground floor dirty truth of what really happened. So since no one can talk about it or no one can really share what was going on, it becomes office lore. It becomes remember when. And eventually, it all just fades away. It is no longer a topic of discussion. It's done. It's history. It was a figment of everybody's imagination. And before you know it, it's business as usual. With the holidays here, we all know what that means. That means food, potlucks, and snacks in the office. That's right. Everyone wants to eat, and everyone wants to share their cooking masterpieces. Are you that person in the office that cringes when you see that potluck sign-up sheet go around? Are you thinking to yourself, there's no friggin' way I am going to eat this person's meal, this person's potato salad, this person's lasagna, this person's deviled eggs, or this person's cupcakes? No way. What the hell is cowboy crack? Or reindeer food? But you're not that curious. They could come to work every day with cat hair. They could smell Their food's just not good, and nobody wants anything to do with that person's food. The cat lover, no offense to cat lovers, but the cat lover that allows their cats on the counter, who shows up with cat hair all over their clothes. Meow. Come on now. You might not know it, but people are talking about you. This is when you remember your coworker showing you all their cutesy cat pictures from their phone, the cat crawling on the counter, eating their food on the counter, walking on the stove, doing all that stuff where you were all fake and saying, oh, how cute. Well, all that stuff is coming back to haunt you now because you know darn well you are not going to eat anything that person brings to your potluck. Now you have to make up a big fat lie so you don't hurt anybody's feelings. And then they come around to you and say, how'd you like my bean dip? And then you've got to lie through your teeth and say, oh, it was really good. It's the best bean dip I've ever had, knowing darn well you haven't even tasted it. Directly after that conversation, you go find your workplace bestie and you have to warn that person, don't eat the bean dip. And then you wait around, waiting for some unsuspecting poor soul to come around with their empty paper plate. They reach into the bag of Doritos, put a handful on their plate. They grab the spoon and get a spoonful of bean dip. You watch as the Dorito is packed with the cat lady's special bean dip. And all of a sudden, they're taking a big old huge bite and they're, Next thing out of their mouth is, who made the bean dip? This is delicious. The whole time, you and your bestie are just in total disbelief, trying not to gag. I know some of us aren't as diabolical as watching our coworkers eat some disgusting food from the cat lady, but I know what some of you do. You will take some of that food, and when the coast is clear, throw it right in the garbage. Come on, admit it. We've all done it. Admit it. If you would like to share one of your stories, email us at officedrama24@gmail.com.